Barb, I have one question for
Yes.
Nick. You threw in we were talking about recycling, and then all of a sudden you threw in this cell C, and the money that would be coming in and being set aside. Are we talking recycling, or are you talking garbage?
Okay, actually, in a way, they're related. What we charge with the Sac County Landfill Commission charges right now is a tipping fee, like Dean said, and an assessment fee per person in the county.
Okay.
All right, with the engineering costs that Dean was referring to. Remember, he said also that in the last two cells cost us roughly $350,000-$60,000. This particular cell that we're developing right now, through added costs with the DNR and whatever, one cell is going to cost $360,000. We have $400,000 in 400 some in the checkbook.
Okay.
Okay, so there's money that they have set aside for this. All right? Now, my question that I brought up here, or my point, was that if we can save $50,000 to $60,000 a year at our current tipping rates and our current assessment rates.
Those are
For the landfill.
recycled fees.
No, they're for the landfill.
Okay.
All right, if we spend this money, not blow it, if we spend this money because, for this landfill,
Okay.
this 360, we're going to have hardly any money for the next landfill.
Okay.
But you've got 5 years to build money again.
Right, but we're probably going to have to raise assessments and tipping fees to do that.
But is it convenient, sometimes worth a little expense?
Well, it depends on how much you're willing to pay to have those tipping fees and assessment. Now, are you willing to look, what are you as a taxpayer willing to pay? If the county's willing to come up with an extra $50,000, $60,000 a year in fees to start saving money for the next one?
Well, how did you get the 400,000 if they didn't come up with it?
The money we spent, Wilma, on 4 years ago on that construction,
Yeah.
that was saved up over a period of time.
Well, yeah, so
So-
for the next 5 years, you'll still be saving again, won't you, Dean?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Broad strokes, Wilma, we're going to spend most of our cash on hand on this project, and that'll carry us for maybe 4 years. We're building the basement now, and the basement costs are higher. Once we do A, B, C, and we work up, and then the next layer, you can pile it higher and spread it out more. I don't know. So it's kind of front end loaded. Our front expenses are kind of high.
Sure.
But back to our alternatives when we decided when I first came on the board, whether we were going to close the landfill like Calhoun County did, or Polk in Ida. We decided because we had the land paid for, and land's a big, because we had the land and we had money saved up, we thought we could control our destiny and the convenience factor. And so that's why, we decided to, keep the landfill open. But what Nick's trying to say is if any place we can save money, whether it's recycling or efficiencies of our operators or postponing the purchase of new, we're not buying new fancy equipment. Money was so plentiful when they first formed the landfill in '74. They bought new cats, they bought new graders, but we're not, all our businesses, farming, we just can't do it, so we're trying to control our expenses the best we can. One of those expenses is recycling. And it's a big part of our budget. It fluctuates between 24 and almost 40% of our total operating budget. So anything in that operating budget, it's very meaningful. And if we save money or conserve money, as I stated earlier, I think personally, I think it makes more sense to put it into our operating expense rather than raise taxes or fees or assessment. So I know it's not, that's a very general approach to it, but that's the best I could come up to. Yeah, we could, if in fact we would come up with a plan in the next year that would save $50,000 or $60,000 and somehow make that right with all the people that would cause the Howard Center. You know, that money we would save year in and year out, you know, we just put that towards our operating expense that we're going to incur every year, whether we run a landfill or whether you close the landfill and haul your garbage to Carroll or Cherokee.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Thank you very much.